fast like torpedo. My flow, them my soul like magneto.
We never free them boy, them a come bad night. We don't see them boy, them.
J-Man run bum gun. Any other way.
You read that right. This girl allegedly won a case for suing her parents for giving birth to her. Let's just hear her explanation. Like, how do you even get to this point?
A few months ago, I took my parents to court for having me without my permission, and I won. So the court ordered them to give me $5,000 a month to cover my basic living expenses. Well, they went and had that appealed.
As they should.
So now they don't have to give me any money, and I have to go get a job. And I'm realizing, like, I don't have any work experience or any higher education. Nowhere's paying me $5,000 a month. So how the hell am I supposed to be able to afford my bills?
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Don't have children if you don't want to support them.
Watch your mouth.
No, believe it or not, I've actually heard of a story where a girl, or was it a guy, sued them parent and actually won. So I was like, is this the same person? Let me check it out. But I'm looking at her and I'm like, this is not the same person, because when I heard about the situation, it was like a couple of years ago. So if it was her, she would have been like mad old.
I mentioned in my last video that I went clothes shopping for my children, and a lot of people are shocked to hear that I have children, considering I sued my parents for having me without my permission. But I just want to make a couple of things clear here. So my parents that I sued, they contributed to, conceiving me, and my mother that raised me, she gave birth to me. And that's why I sued them, because I did not consent to being here. Like, I was unaware that I was going to have to grow up and get a job to support myself, and I just didn't consent to that. They didn't try to contact me in any way before I was born to see if I actually wanted to be here.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so I definitely don't think this is the person, and I definitely think she is trolling, because ain't no way. She just trying to say the most outlandish shit to get clout. Ain't no way nobody looking as grown as she do this fucking dumb, okay?
And that's why I sued them. Now, it's different. Like, I know I've said it's like unethical to have children before, but it's different when you adopt, because it's not my fault that they're here. I'm just trying to be a good person and like help them out. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you are pregnant right now, you need to hire a psychic medium and ask your child if they actually want to be here. But keep in mind, if they don't, you need to terminate. Otherwise, they will sue you.
With all seriousness, this girl deserves a medal, because the way she can say all these things with a straight face is actually pretty impressive. So she's basically saying it's okay to have kids as long as you don't have them. As long as you don't have them naturally. Adoption is okay. But if you do decide to get pregnant, you need a psychic medium to tell you if the baby wants to be here or not. I thought psychic mediums taught you about dead people, not people being created. So, I had to do what I do best and go snoop on this girl page, because I don't believe nothing she is saying. But with we old people being entitled these days and just outright awful human beings, I was like, okay, maybe there is some truth to this. So let me check it out. and see if it's real or not.
You're born because of their love for each other. Isn't that a good reason for you to live? No, they're divorced and I want money.
Yeah, so the problem with this is, even though she might not be serious, there's a lot of kids on this thing, right? And them are gonna see her behaving like this and then want to behave like that, just like the entitled fat people who demand restaurants to get bigger chairs just to accompany them. Like, the world don't revolve around you.
Yes, my parents did buy me a house, but that's not why I was upset. I was upset because the one they bought me was so small. Like, at 18, they kicked me out, bought me this house, and it was only 1,200 square feet, whereas the one I grew up in was like 4,500, and it had all these nice like things in it, like a home theater and an in-ground pool and a tennis court. And I just, that's a big lifestyle shift. Now, if I were like a normal person, this 1,200 square foot house would have been fine.
I'm dead. The audacity. If she was a normal person, girl, I wish my parents was financially stable enough for buying me a house when I left home. Like, shit, you know how much people would love. I mean, I know she is trolling, but then I don't know if she's trolling, and I kind of get under my skin, but it not really get under my skin. And I'm like, people really can't stay like that, but I know people who stay like that. So it's just like, what the fuck? This is society in a nutshell. This girl.
I may have caused a little bit of confusion because in one video I said that my parents bought me a house, but then in another video I said that my rent was $2,500 a month.
So it would seem our dear friend got caught up on her own lies. What do y'all think she's gonna do? Comment down below. Do you think she's gonna say, you know what guys, I was just trolling? Or is she gonna say, you know what, I'm a horrible person and I'm gonna change my ways? What do you think she's gonna do?
And okay, my parents did buy me a house, but when I sued them, they took it away. So then I had to rent an apartment.
Yep, as I thought, she doubled down.
My right to be lazy is protected by the 47th Amendment of the Constitution, which states if an American decides they do not want to work, they will still have their basic needs met by the United States government.
Yeah, she's a troll. She's a troll. She's a troll, confirmed. I was not born in America, and I know there is no such thing as a 47 Amendment Constitution. Girl, shut the hell up.
There are 52 amendments in the Constitution, one for each state.
So if there's an amendment for each state, that means only one amendment is in each state, which means only that state that has that amendment can use it, and if the neighboring state don't have it, they can't use it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense out of nonsense?
When I found out I was pregnant, I quit my job as a teacher, and it is why you should too. Kids ask a lot of questions, and honestly, I just didn't want to risk a kid asking me how I became pregnant. Now, even though I didn't become pregnant the normal way, because I would never do the deed, because that's just honestly like really gross and I would never do that.
Sure, Jan.
I know that there's only one good way to answer that question, and that would be to tell them the truth. And I think that's really inappropriate for a teacher to have that kind of conversation with a child. So I just quit my job because honestly, I didn't want to work anyway. I am so thankful that I became pregnant because I was looking for any reason to get out of working. It did take some time to convince my girlfriend that I did not cheat on her. This baby just appeared to me. I guess God put it there because he wanted me to have it. I'm 47 weeks now, which means I only have about 5 more weeks to go. So today, I'm probably going to put together my hospital bag because I still haven't done that. But for now, I'm just going to lay down and take a nap because my morning routine, honestly, wore me out.
Do y'all really need any more evidence that this girl is a troll? It's obvious she stuffed something up in her clothes and she ever said she needs to get her hospital bag. Yo, hands down, she is the queen of trolls. Okay? This is the best troller. So all the trolls out there, get on a notepad. Okay? She said this shit with a straight stone cold face. Like, that's some talent right there. And here is the next excuse she gave us.
I have not asked my fetus if they want to be born. And listen, I know that I sued my parents for this, for having me without my permission. But at that time, this is the difference. At the time, abortion was legal and there was easy access to it. Nowadays, like the state I am in, abortion is not legal. So even if my baby were to tell me, if I were to hire a psychic medium and my baby were to tell me I don't want to be born, there's nothing I could do about it.
Then don't get pregnant then, or go to your psychologist, let them read the bones before you start to bone. Like, I think this girl have so much potential for be a stand-up comedian, because I can see how some of the stuff she's saying is funny, but like me as a person where it take me like a good forget me for, you know, laugh and stuff, but she's pretty good. I gotta hand it to her. Like, she had me thinking for a second, like, girl, is it real? Is it not? But it's not. We know you a good girl, Becky.
I got into an argument with my parents today, and I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened, and you let me know if you think I'm in the wrong or if you think they are. So a couple weeks ago, they were talking about getting their will in order, and they were gonna leave the house to me. Well, earlier this week, they just went ahead and signed it over to me, so the house is now in my name, just so we wouldn't have to worry about it later. Well, since we're all living in this house, and I own it now, I told them they were gonna have to start paying rent, because it's my house. If you're gonna stay here, you gotta pay rent. And they got mad at me, and they were like, we already paid for this house, and we gave it to you. And I was like, okay, but I own it now. If you're gonna live in my house, you're gonna pay rent. This isn't your house anymore. What do you guys, do you think I'm in the wrong, or do you think they are?
Like some people got the joke in the comments, and some people, you know, was mad because they're like, this is so wrong, whatever. And with the people in the comments too, is like, I don't even know if they joking or not, because, you know, me as a grown adult, I joke around with my mom sometime. Like, if she come home late, I'll be like, where are you coming from? You know, tell my sister go get the belt and shit like that. So that shit's like funny or whatever. But some people, you know, and I've seen this happen where, you know, same situation. So I for one know how ungrateful people can be. But this girl, she's a troll. She's just doing this to make money. I hope she's like a comedian and do like stand-up comedy, because she need to polish off, obviously, because some of the joke them flat. But I can definitely see, you know, where she could possibly do a thing. But all fun and joke aside, this thing is actually real. You know, somebody actually sued their parents for giving birth to them. I think them did have some form of like illness or something, and them parents didn't know ahead of time, and them parents decide to have them instead of having abortion, and them sue them for it, and them actually won, because some parents don't get no love out here. No love for y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in tomorrow's.
Yeah, baby, tag them, a little baby.